Bad Pioneer is a Russian YouTuber who on his channel gathers all kinds of experiences that both his friends and his own subscribers send him by email. A channel that was not so well known until he published the shocking story of Sergei, a hunter who went deep into the Siberian forest, recording what, according to this man, has been the most terrifying experience of his life. Would you dare watch what he recorded? Then stay. Today we present Sergei's terrifying video. The guy you see on the screen is precisely Sergei, an experienced hunter who throughout his life heard dozens of stories that spoke of the misfortunes that other hunters had in the so-called taiga, which translated into English as cold forest. However, Sergei did not care about all this, following a stereotype that people have about Russians. They are not afraid of anything. And so, ignoring the recommendations of other hunters who warned him of the dangers of going alone, he decided to go deep into the Siberian taiga, one of the largest, most remote, and inhospitable regions on the planet. This is one of those places, so big that there is a good chance that there are sectors that have never been explored. The authorities warn not to go out alone in this place, since the forest is huge. Getting lost here in a place without roads is almost a death sentence. But Sergei is a regular explorer. He had already traveled much of the forest in Siberia. His philosophy is very attached to nature.
Лес друг, старик седой, мудрый хозяин земли. В прошлый раз я приходил, солонец солил, к будущим охотам готовил. Один раз земля вокруг солнца обошла, один год прошел по нашим, и вот я опять пришел к тебе. Ты на земле вырос, я на земле вырос, мы одного корня. Но твое время — века, мое время — года. Будь другом, помоги мне в моем деле. Пусть нынче на засаду мою зверь выйдет матерый, рога ветвистые, который уже свой род продолжил.
Sergei came here with the intentions of hunting and spending one night there. Without a doubt, a very brave man. Sergei was walking most of the day in an area characterized by having a very marked forest density, an area that even in Sergei's own words, a human has never set foot in it. At sunset, Sergei determined the point where he would set up his tent. It was here where he began his incredible experience that was captured with his modest cell phone, all with the idea of recording his anguishing and terrifying story. At approximately 1 in the morning, strange noises woke him. According to the description that he puts in the video, it felt like a strange metallic blow in the distance. With it being far away, he ignored it, but a few minutes later, the blow felt much closer to his location. It was then that the uncertainty made him take out the camera and record. When leaving the tent, he met a darkness that left him speechless. In fact, even with the light of his phone on, he couldn't see beyond a few meters. It is at this point that I ask you to turn up the volume and pay close attention to the noise you will hear.
Твою мать!
was that? It sounds like an animal. However, by Sergei's amazement, we can assure that it is nothing of the kind. I remind you that this man is an experienced hunter. He recognizes almost all the animal roars of the Russian forest. But these froze every last drop of his blood. Put yourself in his shoes and remember that here there are no roads, villages, nor any type of infrastructure for miles away. Cell phone signals do not reach either. So if something serious happened to him, he would have no one to turn to. It is therefore that as soon as he heard those noises, he decided to move from his camp and go about 200 meters away from where those noises were coming, at night, and with little orientation. In this scene, Sergei is preparing himself, just in case whatever it is that is out there should catch up with him. He gets some weapons ready and keeps moving.
Ручей поет, вот давай как речки. Давай, 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 давай. Давай. Давай, брат. Брат лихой. Ё-моё. Всё завалено. Опа. Опять нахуй. О-о-о-о.
Due to the closeness of the noises, Sergei decides to climb a tree. Typical technique of experienced hunters. So maybe whatever's down below can't catch him. At least, that is what he thought. Again, put yourself in his shoes. There is no way a human being could follow him so quickly in this darkness, taking in consideration the remoteness of the first sounds. That noise seems to be a woman's cry. By Sergei's logic, this is impossible, and therefore he shot anywhere just to let whatever was here know that he was armed. But in this precise scene, there is something very strange that combines with all those voices and cries. You heard it right. Among the noise of the shot, a scream that moves away from being human is heard. Later, he would affirm that he continued recording because he hoped that if he was killed there, some other hunter might find the phone one day. Approximately 2 hours passed where no other noise was heard. Serge declared that at that moment he thought the threat was gone, that the shots had scared it. Nonetheless, the nightmare was far from over.
Ну-ка, давай-ка туда.
one of the last footages were taken at dawn of that terrible night, an absolutely symbolic sequence which indicated that he had survived. Could those noises we hear come from people trying to scare this man? Or was it an unknown animal, as Sergei thinks? And that if so, it could reproduce human sounds. Upon hearing this theory, many immediately associated what Serge experienced with what those unfortunate people could have lived, who tragically and mysteriously lost their lives in the Diatlov Pass that February 1959, a case that shook the entire Soviet Union at that time. People who met a violent death at the hands of something completely unknown. At that moment, whatever it was that took them out of their tents made them run in terror with only their nightwear on. In negative 30 degrees Celsius weather, so far it is unknown what attacked these hikers. What if Sergei was only a few meters from that thing? A monster capable of reproducing human voices to distract its prey. As for Sergei, as soon as the rays of the sun settled on the treetops, he left the forest. As you can see, apparently the stories that the old hunters told from this footage were always more than simple legends. Who or what was it that stalked Sergei that night? The answer is at your discretion.